Welcome to the Success Journey Show. Let's travel together through the lives of individuals on the road to success.
Yo, what's going on, travelers? It's Ricky Ventures and Marlon Madden, and we are back with you for another week of the Success Journey Show. What's going on, bro? How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, man. I'm gonna have to change around my camera to show something. I don't got no glass doors, and I don't have all that. I need to probably put a glass door behind me, and
just to have it.
just to have it. I need to do
the green screen, man. Do the green screen.
Nah, it don't look as good because it be flowing like your skin be going through it and all that kind of stuff. It don't look good. It don't look good.
Oh man, I'm sitting there trying to play with my lights now, but yeah, it's a. This is only a temporary view. This is my same office, everybody. It's just a different view. I had the furniture moved around for Thanksgiving, and didn't get back to putting it back. So, yeah, man. Yeah. But I tell you, man, we're just starting to really get some decoration going on. We got some photos, family photos in the back there. I put those up last week. Starting to get a few more. We got some more, and hold on, let me see if I can show you guys. Boom, in a stairwell back there.
Oh yeah. I see you going downstairs.
Yeah, going down the stairs.
Okay, you guys are doing it up over there at the Venters.
Those are balloons from Thanksgiving right there. Still.
Yeah. Those are the $1 million balloons.
Yeah. Yeah, $1 million balloons. Yeah. Fancy one. Lady came in and man, we don't have a guest today, guys, so we figured let's jump on. And there's something that's dawned on me. Consistency and efficiency, right?
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about it.
So those balloons right there, a year ago, the young lady that came in and put the balloons up for us, her name is Chantel. I forget her last name, but I'll try to get her information in here. So if anyone in the area that wants some, they can go ahead and use her services. Phenomenal. First year she came in, and a year ago, and she was putting the balloons up, and it took a few hours. Came out phenomenal. A few hours. She came in last week, that Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. The junks were up in like 2 hours. She was in and out. I was like, yo.
That's Lean Six process.
Yeah. I was like, yo. I said, what?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I got a little better at this, huh?
Yeah.
And
next time it's going to be an hour. Watch.
Yeah. And I'm just like, it speaks to consistency, right? Consistency in doing something, perfecting your craft, doing something over and over and over again. And how often do we get a chance to get a snapshot of a year later of the progress that we made because we don't stay consistent in what we're doing? But that was a true test, evidence of someone that's been sticking with it, been growing, trying to build up her clientele, just killing the game in terms of her production and what she offers, her delivery. But then also now she's making more, not only because she charged more, but now she's making more because she can spend less time doing it, right?
Yeah.
Man, that is just a huge shout out to her, Chantel, and I will get her information in here so that everyone can book her. And if if we do forget to put her information in here,
we'll have her on the show.
Yeah, we'll have her on the show. Yep, to do it.
Hey, but you know what's funny? Wait till she figure out. If I have a crew, if I do it by myself, I can make $100. I don't know the price. I'm just saying I can make $100 because I did it by myself. It'll be my $100. But now if I teach a crew and I could have 5 crews out on right before Thanksgiving, and I'm getting 50 per. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm getting 250 versus just 100 I spent. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep. And that's yeah.
And then that scale is it's crazy when you just start to scale stuff. And a lot of times people are scared of scaling because they think it's more money involved. Yeah. It's just like buying a building, right? The math is the same if the building is 30 million, if the building is 30,000, because all you're really trying to do is trying to see how much profit you're making. Yeah. And you have your margins. And then from your margins, you make a decision if you're going to make the purchase or not.
Yep.
But because somebody heard here 30 million, they're like, oh my gosh, it's 30 million. Yes, your risk is higher because if it goes down, it's harder. But if you make the right decisions, a lot of times those 30 millions will turn into a lot more. Hey, let's talk about let's hit him with.
I got one more thing, dude. One more thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ready? Let me throw this at you real quick.
Oh,
what's going on, everyone? We are so excited, myself, Marlon, because we've been sitting down for the past couple weeks, and we have something exciting that we're going to launch out into the world.
Hey, it's going to be called the Success Journey Show.
Success Journey Show.
And you're going to definitely want to be a part of this. What we're going to do is we're going to show people in the middle of their journey. Beginning, middle, and the end. Because I know you want to see the hard work and ethic it takes to get to the end.
Absolutely, man. Have you ever just wanted to get a picture of how gurus got to where they are, you know? How these ladies, how these men have made these great impacts in the world. And one thing that we don't really see is the adversity that they go through. That we don't see the failures that they go through. And we want to share those stories with you. Why? Because we know when you understand that the success is going through the process.
That's what it is. Hey, Ricky, where can they find this stuff, man?
Oh, yeah. So you're going to find it on iTunes.
Yeah.
You're going to also find it on Anchor as well as Google Play. So December 5th.
December 5th,
we launched our first episode. Stay tuned. And, man, join us for the ride.
So a couple things about that video, right? Before we even tell people about the time frame. Yeah. So it's a good thing you can still fit in the same sweater.
That's what I was ready to say. Same sweater, man.
Hey, that's a good thing. I should go find my sweater. You should have told me, man. You know what I'm saying? This is prep. This is prep work.
That's what reminded me.
We're fine, Andrea. She didn't do everything right on the set. But
that's what reminded me. I was like, oh shoot, yeah, I got that sweater on.
You can still fit the sweater.
Yeah.
Your that was at your old house.
Yes. Yup. The old house, man.
That's the old house, right? Yeah. It looked like I'm marking time because I'm still in this
house. No, dude, you weren't even in a house yet.
No, I wasn't even in a house at that time. You're right. I was up here by myself. My wife and kids were in California. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even have this house here.
Yeah. Dude.
Dag.
Oh, 4 years, man.
4 years.
Guys. 4 years we've been doing it. And my goatee completely connects now, actually, on the side.
Yo, this guy will never be able to grow facial hair. Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
Right here, guys. Testament. But 4 years, man. I don't know where you were going with it, but I had to throw that up there, man. Just
No, I love that. I don't know if you saw my Facebook post that
I saw it. Yeah. I saw
4 years. We have from that 4 years, we started the Success Journey Show. The Success Journey Show was just a thought of us saying, hey, we want to put out a podcast to combat the negative or the wrong aspect of success comes overnight that's being shown on social media. And at that time, it wasn't even as prevalent as it is now, right? So think about that. It was only a couple of guys that were doing the most of the guys were doing like, buy this program and I'll get you, da-da-da-da. It wasn't even like, they were, so.
BBLs weren't even that famous at that time.
Yeah. Who was that?
BBLs weren't even that famous.
Oh yeah, BBLs wasn't even, you're right, right? So everybody wasn't trying to do everything so quick, but we were saying we're going to combat that. And we formed the show. The show wasn't even a company. It was just the Success Journey Show.
Yeah.
Then we decided we wanted to make it a formal business. We did the LLC.
Yeah.
Success Journey Show LLC. From the LLC, we started to do some things. You see all the production that you see that's done, that's mainly Ricky. And
nowadays.
Yeah. And then people were like, hey, who's doing y'all this for you? Who's doing your website? Who's doing this? Who's doing that for you? And we were like, well, we are. When we said we meant Ricky is. I'm a good cheerleader, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, when I see it, I'm like, yo, Ricky, this is the best ever. You know what I'm saying? I make Ricky feel good. When Ricky shows work,
together our first website, man.
Yeah. Ricky put together our first website, all that stuff. And people were like, yo, who did this for you guys? And we're like, man, well, we did. so 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 it was like we developed a digitized we helped digitize people's platforms. We did the SJS developers, right?
Yep. Yep.
Then we also did we went to Solomon went to a baseball training, and we met Tom, and from there a company was birthed, Hit Doctor.
Yep.
And from there a product that's on the market now. It's funny, we had a shipment came in today of parts from a manufacturer for us to test out. So we're still, we have it out, but you know, when you go through there's different phases when you do a production. You're gonna refine it. Even when you have it on the shelf, there might be something that you refine. We're refining
version 2.0.
Yeah, version 2, version 3. Just like everybody have an iPhone. You're always getting an update. So, you know, don't think we didn't get it right the first time. We just have an update versus being a software. It's just hardware update.
Yeah.
So that was birth. From that, what else did we do?
The real estate
scholarship.
No, the scholarship. Yep. Scholarship.
Success Journey Scholarship.
That was birthed through the and even do the real estate stuff.
Doing the real estate and our merch. So we have all these stuff that we sold, and we took the proceeds and did that. And send somebody to school. So we have 4 years. We bought our building. Yeah. Our commercial property.
Still we put batteries in and the cameras.
Yeah, but we still haven't put. Yeah, we need to put batteries in our cameras over there to watch what's going on. So we have that, and that's been a blessing. The house that we have that we turned into a multiplex. It actually, we haven't spent any money out of our pocket to do anything over there. You know, God bless that. That's taking care of itself. And man, consistency, bro. We're just still and it was funny to me. Sometimes I tell people, I think I told somebody today, I don't feel accomplished. Like I
know, did. I know, dude. It's the crazy part. I'm sitting here with this baseball product in hand, right? And I go back 3 years ago, or almost 3 years ago, and I remember just trying to sketch out what it like, and then talking to people, figuring things out. All right, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and to the point where you actually have the product
in hand.
And it's just like, wow, you created something. But like you said, I don't know what it is. I don't know, something in me, but I'm always thinking man, okay, all right, well, now we got to sell this thing. Now that's the next hurdle. Oh man, we got to do this. So now we got to do this versus just being just happy that I got something sitting here in front of me, right? I keep looking to my sock. I think I have a product in here and I'm looking to see where I can grab it real quick. But to show you guys. But yeah, I think I showed you guys a couple of weeks ago. But it's here, man, and it's all a testament of we didn't know what this podcast was going to stimulate. It was just we always had conversations about different things and wanted to do stuff, always do this, but this podcast really was the catalyst for a lot of efforts going forward, a lot of ideas, a lot of relationships that we've built. And we haven't even scratched the surface. I really don't believe, and I think I would say the biggest thing, Marlon, that helped us with this podcast is we stopped. We got over the fact that money wasn't going to be the goal for the podcast.
Yeah.
That and some people, not to knock out. People get sponsorships. That's not us. We don't have sponsorships. We don't have the big guys knocking on the doors. Would I love it? Oh yeah, of course I would love it. But that's not been our story. But it still hasn't stopped us from keep putting out episodes.
Lights on.
Yeah. So it's just hey, we keep moving, keep going, and if someone finds us, then we have it. If someone doesn't,
we just keep on going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
I still do have that. I think we said it years ago. I can say years ago, right? With our podcast. Years ago, I think I said 500 episodes was my tap out at 500 episodes. So we're close to 200. So You know,
Yeah.
and we'll do everything we can until that 500 mark.
100 mark. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you though. It's funny. I watched Joe Button, pod, and he's at 5 something. You have bigger pockets. They're at 5 something. There's not a lot of people. Probably Ramsey and those guys are at 5 something. Those guys that started a long time ago.
Yeah, his are different though. You take
because he might have a 10
radio
minute
show and turn
it's podcast. Yeah, so you have these guys. You know, I think even Earn Your Leisure started after us, and they're in a way bigger space than us, meaning visual wise.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And what's funny is that we had some people that they were trying to ask us what we're trying to do, and they were trying to guide us to do like a Earn Your Leisure kind of thing, like, right? And we're like, man, we just want to be ourselves. We talk about finances, we talk about a whole plethora of things. And we do cover the topics that Earn Your Leisure cover most definitely. Because it's on that entrepreneur, financial, discovery, and stuff like that. But we're just ourselves. And like you said, if somebody discovers us, somebody discovers us. If they don't. It's just like we say in church, right? If you're helping one soul to Christ, it's worth it. Mm-hmm. If we're helping one person that's saying, oh my goodness. And while I'm here talking to you, Rick, I remember there's a young lady that listened to our show that actually, some of them, she's one of the person that she goes back and forth with us on DMs. And I said I was going to send her a bag and a shirt. So I have to put that back on my list and send that out to her. Yeah. So she can get it, because we want to show appreciation. Man, Rick, we just have to do us. And a lot of people don't know what's going on in the backdrop, what we're doing, you know.
And honestly, I don't even care. I got to the point where I don't care if people know. Like, there's so many things where I'll give you a prime example about myself. Like, and this is for all the listeners, you know. So we did a whole, Thanksgiving thing here, and I was like, you know what? I want to put on a little concert, right? I want to put on a little concert, right? So I didn't think to. I was a little nervous too, because I'm like, man, I haven't sung in so long, like seriously sung a little bit, in so long. Yeah. I know where my voice needs to be in order to really carry song. I know it's not there, so I'm just like, well, I was going to have fun with it. And I didn't think about recording anything, right? So, of course, my wife, she records a couple of things. And, back in the day, if this was like 2-3 years ago, I would have like put together a whole bunch of video clips from it and just, put it out there. Hey, guys, this is what I did, man. I'm going to show you guys what I did. Thanksgiving, I had a little concert at the house, and here's some of the songs I did. Hope you enjoy. And it's funny because my wife, she took the clip where it was probably the most sentimental clip, but the worst quality clip in what I did, right? But it was the most sentimental because my nephew was up there with me, and he was up there performing. He was performing. Yeah. My dude, he was up there playing, and he was trying to touch everything I was touching, the screen, my talk, he was in it, right? So it was the most sentimental. But if I look at what I was doing at that time, I was like, man, what the heck? What are you doing right now, right? Yeah. But that's what she chose to put out to the world. And I was like, man, in my head, at first I was like, man, where are other clips at, man? Let me just try to put something else out there. People can see what I did. But I was like, I don't care. Yeah. Like, why? Yeah. Why? And I don't want to have that Scrooge mentality about this stuff. But I'm like, I started asking my questions, like, why am I putting certain things out there? Why am I, posting this? Why am I doing it? It's like, dude, the right people are going to hear what we're doing. The right people are going to see what we're doing. And that right person is going to be the one to say, hey, this is the people I need to show it to. Yeah. And that's it, bro. Yeah. You know how many clips I have in my phone of something I was going to, like I did to put up? You know how much clips we have of what we've been doing? Trips we went on, places we went on. Yeah. And we have not posted them. They're on a file, or Google file, or somewhere. But you know what happened is good, and I respect that. I will try to, even though we don't do a good job at that, I will try to capture everything, because I saw what happened with the Kanye
documentary that was on Netflix, how many years, 20 years later, whatever years later it was, they were able to put that together, just showing you a journey. And you got to really remember how good he was compared to what he is. Right.
Yeah.
So to me,
but that's the thing. But that's the thing, right? The person that was recording it it was sitting on his shelf.
Yeah.
He was using it to show his daughter, hey, this is what I was doing.
Yeah.
When I was older. He wasn't doing it for any type of, hey, let me show the world what Kanye was doing, even after Kanye had blown up.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're spending our airspace on Kanye.
But,
yeah. It just shows that the evidence of your intent or why you're doing things versus just getting a whole bunch of stuff throwing out there for people to see, just because you want people to see and people to react to it and people to respond to it. It's like I'm getting so removed from response from, frankly, I don't want to say it the wrong way, but it's the right way. People that just are spectating in your life.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. Never, when I joined the military, I never thought that where I am right now, I never thought that was the option. I never thought that I'd be where I'm going to be. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And just like what you're saying is, like, some of the people that people see on TV, that people on CNN, Fox, that's who I'm in the room with right now, having a conversation. But to me, when I get there, I just have the conversation and I leave. I'm not trying to take a picture.
Take a picture with you real quick.
I'm not doing none of that. I just go in there, have my conversation, peace out, and I go home. And it's like, that's what happened. And if I build a relationship, I build a relationship. If I don't, I don't.
Yeah.
All right.
What it allows us to do, it allows us to stay true to who we are. And that's what I love about our podcast. My sister-in-law was like, yo, you guys had, and I'll tell you exactly who it was that was on here.
Is it a female?
Yes, no, it was a male. It was a couple of weeks ago. It was a couple of weeks ago that we released it, but it wasn't a couple of weeks ago. So I didn't even remember. I was like, what do you mean last week? Let's see. Let me find it real quick. But because I wanna purposely say something about this person.
Thank you for listening to the Success Journey Show. Please follow us on our social media on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook at The Success Journey Show. Also, check out our website at thesuccessjourneyshow.com. Thank you for listening and enjoy the rest of the show.
Bob Wheeler, accounting practice, created his own passion.
Okay. Yeah, I remember Bob.
Mastering. Yeah, I think it was. Yes. So Bob, he's currently the CFO of the world famous Comedy Store.
Yeah.
And when we read that and we talked about that with him in our show, I was like, oh, okay, you guys like comedy. You probably try a little comedy a little bit.
Yeah.
That's good. My sister-in-law was like, yo, dude, you guys know what a comedy show is? Like, this guy is big time. That's like one of the biggest comedy platforms in the world. I was like, oh, word? Are you serious? I didn't know. That's not what I was really pulling out of his bio, right? That's not what I wanted to focus on. But through that whole podcast, we didn't talk about his comedy show, the comedy show. Yeah. We talked about him as a person, how he evolved, how he was able to do this, how he was able to do that. And we asked questions of this person that no one ever asked him because we weren't into the wow aspect of his life.
Yep.
We were into who's Bob Wheeler? Who is Bob Wheeler? That's what we want to know. That's what we want to talk about. So you mentioned your comedy thing. And I remember being in that podcast, and in my head, I'm like, man, maybe I should make a joke about him doing
Yeah, because he said he did comedy a little bit. You stuffed a little bit. Because the comedy place he was at, the money, he noticed that they wasn't handling the money right.
Yeah. And I was like, man, maybe I should make a joke about his lack of being a comic. But that's what I was going through my head. But I was like, so what I love about what we're doing is like, we don't have that starstruck
Yeah.
mentality, and we're bringing that purity to the show.
Bro, we've been in the room with Tito Ortiz. We weren't starstruck. We know who was starstruck. It wasn't us, but we're not going to blow up the person's spot. We were not starstruck, but if you watch that video, anyway. So, we went to a celebrity basketball game. To remember I got dapped up from what's his name? Cam Newton.
Yep, Cam.
Cam was passing. Everybody's like, "Oh, Cam." I was like, "Yo, Cam, what's up?" Then he just stopped. He looked back and he just came in.
Yeah.
Gave it a pound. T.O. was there. Josh Norman. All these guys were there. Renee Montgomery that we had done, and it just we were just there, just chilling.
Guys we didn't even know that were.
Yeah, guys that we didn't know that other people were like, and they were like, "Hey, what's going on, man?"
Yeah.
You know what's funny? So I'll tell you, we did an episode, and what was impressive? She impressed us, and also Grant Hill's daughter. If you guys get a chance,
I was gonna go there. Yeah.
Yeah, go back to look at Mila Hill.
Episode 165.
165. That's Grant Hill's daughter. And in that whole episode, we never brought up his name. In the promotion of that, we never at him. We never you know what? Probably one day I'll just be like, "Hey, Grant, you did a great job raising your daughter, you and Tamia," because it's just, and she didn't even try to use his name as a platform.
No. I loved it. I loved the genuineness of her and of her show, her interview, because she was just here. I'm Mila Hill. My father was a basketball star. That was it. And Marlon and I, we kept it at that. Like, hey, he was a basketball star. I mean,
she didn't mention it. We're not mentioning.
Let's talk about Mila.
Yep.
All right. Let's talk about Mila for who she is, and that's what we try to do, man. We guys, we've seen people that have 500 million followers, all that kind of stuff. That million followers, I mean, whatever it is, I don't know. And then the next day they're like, "Oh, I'm redoing my whole page. I got to redo followers again." Or the car I use, I had to send back. Like, we've seen it all, man. And it's there's so much more out there, and we're trying to grow in a lot of different areas. And we realize where things that generate true growth.
Yeah.
And that's all I'll say, the things that generate true growth. And I'm making more of a conscious effort to gravitate more to those things. Number one, family. Like, I am so into just family and family time, and being with my family and doing things with family and friends. And not everybody, just close people. That's where I'm holding so dear right now. Perspective has changed so much, and I'm okay with not having my time spread out all over the place anymore. I'm okay with it, and just focusing on areas I need to focus on that could. And it's not for the grind, it's just for fulfillment. That's what makes me fulfilled. All right. So, man, I appreciate this journey that we've been on. Yeah. It's truly been a journey without a map.
Yep. Without a map.
Yeah.
You
learning along the way, meeting new people. Like prime example, guys. I'm gonna show you guys. Let me tell you guys something, man. This is how we work. I don't know if I could give you enough examples to show you how we work. That's why I love what we do here. But, we're using a platform, we were pushing a platform, we were developing on a platform, and developing apps on a platform and programs and everything. And I got to the point where I just questioned, I'm like, gotta be something better that I can do. And in a matter of 2 days, and when I say 2 days, I'm talking about like two-hour sessions, not 2 days, 2 evenings and 2-hour sessions in the evening. Man, I have a whole app developed that was functioning better than what I was paying for.
Yep.
All because I was like, I got to figure out something. I got to figure out something else. I got to figure out something else, right? And but that's what we offer, and that's what we offer our clients that we work with, the people that we work with. It's like, hey, how can we help you take what you have and figure out a way to pull it together in order to offer a great service to the people that you are trying to reach. And that's where our strengths are, and that's what we've honed in on, and that's what we love to do, man, is develop and build and help other people do the same. So, man, this podcast has done a lot for me. Definitely matured over the years that we've been podcasting.
Yeah, man. Yo, it's so crazy. We're like, but we've been doing podcasts before we were doing podcasts.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even know. Yo, if you guys really know, 25, 30 years ago, we're in Ricky's basement on a Friday night, writing a song, putting the music together to sing the next day.
Yep.
So
thing, tracks laid out.
And doing it the poor man's way too.
Yeah. And I think we're up late at night.
Late that night.
And we got to get up early and go and do it and sing.
Go and do it.
Man. Yeah, that was at least, man.
Yeah. Oh, 20 something years ago.
25 years ago.
25 years ago. Putting music together, singing all over the place.
Man.
And writing songs.
Yeah. And so it's funny because I see my son doing it now. He's doing a lot of writing. He's doing it in the rap space. That wasn't in rap. I don't know how to rap. I just make fun at it, And but he's doing it, and he's with his friends, and they're creating beats, and they're being creative, and putting music together and mixing.
My son doing the same thing,
and I'm just like, do it. Like, what do you need, man? How can I help you? Like, let me set this up for you right here so you can do it. Why? Yeah. Just not because I want him to be a rapper. I mean, that's not really, I don't care if you're going to let him to rap. Right? Or sing or do whatever. That's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is you are in a creative space.
Yes, sir.
And once you start getting into that creative space, the amount of things that can be birthed from that creative space, I'd rather you doing that for 2 hours or 5 hours a day versus playing video games.
Correct. Because it's doing something. That creative space, it's funny. Somebody might see you walking, like it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy when I go into a place and people are listening to a song, but I'm hearing it totally different. And nobody, from looking at me, they don't think like, yo, this dude knows music, or this guy can break down parts, harmony. Why? And I'm sitting here and I'm listening. I'm like, okay, all right. Yeah, people are like, yeah, man. And I'm like, okay. But you don't know. They don't even know how you're thinking.
My brain is thinking about, yeah.
My brain is thinking way different than you, buddy. Way different than you when I hear music.
Hearing things that, yeah, man. I mean, we can go all over this podcast.
Yeah.
What we're really getting at is, this is not what I'm seeing a lot of these days, and Marlon said it. Take this course and you will get these results. Take this workout plan and you get these results. Call this number and you'll get this. Join this workshop and you're going to become the best this person or best that person. All you got to do is pay a fee of $99. And I was thinking about, there's going to be a time where I'll probably be back on a circuit of speaking and doing all those different things. But I said, my approach is going to be totally different this time. And I was thinking about it. I said, so many people are going to be looking to you to give them answers.
Yeah.
And I thought about it. I said, you know what? I don't have any answers for you.
Yeah.
I don't have any methods. I don't have any ways. The only thing I'm going to tell you is take what you have and start working it. That's it. Start working it. Because if I started with a piece of paper at a desk inside of a Wendy's, drawing on a piece of paper at a desk in front of a Wendy's, literally drawing in front of a piece of desk in a Wendy's, I really don't even care what this product does. Well, I do care because we invest a lot of time and money.
And money.
It's money in it. So I do care what it does. We got to make our money back at the minimum. But to take it from a paper, a sketch, into, if I could show you guys the whole website, we're gonna have some whole production stuff done over tomorrow's getting done. Actually, by the time you guys hear this, will already be out. All that stuff like in our hand. I'm like, if we can do that, I don't have any answers for you as to this is the prescribed method, other than just start moving on your idea.
Yeah.
Just start moving in your job, your current job right now. Just start working, like really work every single day. Like go all out and work. Like everything that you have in front of you, with your kids, go all out with your kids. Like they're doing sports, get involved. Like there's so many things. Like there's no method. I don't have any methods for you. I don't have it. Hey, take my course. I don't have it for you. But what I do have is telling you to start moving.
Yeah,
that's it.
No, it's funny. You just see the growth, Rick. You just think about this year, money this not to brag or boast, money that flowed in and out of our business account compared to last year, because that wasn't our focus.
Yes. Yeah.
This year we're like, hey, we're going to generate some income for ourselves, and money flowed in and out of our accounts, different projects that we completed that paid us, different stuff, money that's coming in every month from our real estate. It's just the growth and what you learn and what you see. Yeah. And then you're like, hey, you're really doing something. And then you hear, just like you said, everybody on the other side, what they're doing is, I read 500 books. I know this method. I know this method. I know this method. I never applied it. And like you said, just take that sketch. What if you just stopped at the sketch and be like, man, this is a beautiful sketch.
I thought, look what I drew. You know how many times, and that's probably what I would talk about, the amount of times that I saw where I would normally exit. That's what I would have talked. All the times when I'd be like, this don't make sense. Personnel. I don't know, man. Is this the right mix? Man, is the right opportunity? No money. No that.
Yeah.
All the places where I would have said, can't do it. And what made me not say it, and what made me keep pushing forward, and what made me try to realize something that I never realized before, or see something I never seen before. That's what I would talk about.
Yeah.
That's what I would talk about. So yeah, man, I mean, we were planning on talking for like 30 minutes on this thing.
But before we go, Rick, hey, I did a challenge on I think it was TikTok. I don't know where I did it, but I did a challenge, and I want to just put it out.
I saw you dancing. Yeah, I saw you dancing.
Yeah. Right. But I did a challenge, and I just want to put it out here. Listen, before Rick wrap it up, there's a lot of people that I've seen. Let me tell you, and I'm not doing this to down the person. Sinbad had a stroke. We know Sinbad from a different world. We know Sinbad from comedy. We know Sinbad from Shazam or whichever one but he doesn't want to admit it. But whatever movie, a whole bunch of movies that he did, and he's asking for donations. We see a lot of people that died over the last year, and their family, everybody was looking towards this person like, oh man, this person got money. And then they had to do a GoFundMe. And I was sitting down, and you could donate to a GoFundMe, and I could donate to Sinbad if I wanted to, because I'm sure every $5 that we send to him will help. But what we don't want to do is have another Sinbad. And we don't know what situation he went through, but I'm just using him as an example. So if Sinbad, if you hear this, I'm not downing you. But what I'm saying is that we have to have a different approach if we want a different result, meaning we're not looking at how life insurance is very important. That's the conversation that a lot of us in the Black neighborhood, I'll just say it. We're not talking about life insurance and how life insurance can generate financial generational wealth if used properly, and building a trust. And the trust will come later. But I think the challenge is in the next 4 months, for everyone to go through, and even if I don't care if it's $100,000 policy, get a policy that if something happens to you, if something happens to somebody in your family, it could be even your kids, you need to have something that you say, okay, I'll be able to pay for the funeral. I'll be able to pay for XYZ. If I die, I should be worth something to my family when I die, not just a memory and everybody cries and then everybody goes back and wonder how they're going to pay a bill for a house. So I want you guys to look into different kind of life insurance. You have your whole life, your, what's the other one?
Term, you got your term, universal.
Universal, that's what they're calling whole life now, universal. Look into different ways that you could do it. And your child is young, you should have a whole life or universal on your child right now. But like Ricky said, I don't want to give you the answer to the test, because a lot of times when you give the answer, you guys don't actually do it. But if you go and read about it, then you guys will actually find out why. And that's my challenge. That's all I want to talk about. And then Rick, you can wrap it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you guys heard the challenge, man. It's a, that was one thing this year, 2022. I can't believe the year is over, but I wanted to make sure I was more financially literate in different aspects and learning, not everything, just maybe one thing that would help better myself and my family in the future. And learning about variable universal life insurance was one of those things I learned earlier this year and made some commitments for my kids. And it's just the long term. I'm always thinking long term, 20 years, 30 years. Like that's the game I'm playing right now. I'm not playing the 5-year, 10-year, all that game. I'm playing that long game. And, I know decisions I make today, no matter if it makes it seem as though I'm struggling today, I'm not really struggling. It's just uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
Because you're going to come to the end, going to come to the other side of it, and you're going to be like, wow, man, I'm so glad I made those decisions earlier in life. So it's not all about being able to go to every single vacation, every single island, every single this, every single that. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I have a budget.
Yeah.
My budget only allows certain things, right? Allow this and allow that. And I can't allow everything, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at, I want to get a new car, right? And I told myself I would not get a new car unless it's one of the cars that I want, right? Like,
yeah.
I don't want to have to go get a car just to get one and say, oh, I got to get this one. No, I want the car that I want, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, what should I invest into a car? Well, not invest. What should I pay into a car? And I was like, man, I'm not there yet. I can't get this car yet, right? I can. Don't get me wrong, I can. But knowing what I know financially now, I can't do that to myself, right? Yeah. So those are just conversations and it's commitments I'm making to myself and to my family, and we want you guys to be doing the same thing and thinking about those. So, hey, listen, man, we're gonna let you guys go today a little early. Sorry if you're still driving to work, and this is cut short on your commute. Just take a few minutes.
Listen to all the episodes.
Go play another episode or take a few minutes to meditate with your eyes open, while you're driving. Think about the things that you want to do as you're closing out this year of 2022.
Oh boy, new year, new me.
New year, new me season. So as you see, guys, I am 4 years ago I was wearing this sweater and I'm still wearing this sweater today, which is all great. We're not going to talk about the ability for the sweater to stretch and all that stuff. It's a good quality sweater. Let's put it that way. Right?
It still looks clean.
Still looks clean, right? So, but hey, guys, man, we're going to check you guys next week at the same time in the same place on the Success Journey Show. Everyone have a good one.
All right, one love.
You've been listening to The Success Journey Show, where your dreams, drive, determination, and diligence are the foundation to success. For more information, check out thesuccessjourneyshow.com. The Journey Squad is here helping you to your destination.